Good morning. I want to thank you all for coming out. This is a very, very special day. As trustee of Dallas ISD District 5, when I was elected, I promised our community safe learning environments, equitable resources, and true transparency and accountability. Today, I'm glad to say that we are doing just that in District 5. We have safer facilities. Today, you will see equitable resources, and we have been transparent and accountable to the constituents of District 5. This is going to be an awesome day. Today, we are going to make an announcement, and we're going to do great things for kids. So I welcome you to our District 5 event, and at this time, I want to give it over to our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Hinojosa.
Thank you, Trustee Johnson, and thank you all for being here on a cool January morning. It is a great day in Dallas ISD. The last time we were at this facility, we were a little bit discombobulated about what was going on, and we had an opportunity that Paul Quinn was doing that we had some concerns about. But in the end, we ended up with a much better plan. So it's not my idea or your idea, it's the best idea. And as a result of Dr. Sorrell's leadership and Trustee Johnson's leadership and the agreement of our school board, we were able to bring a great program to Southern Dallas, an international baccalaureate school that now is a reality. We are currently recruiting students to come to Southern Dallas to be part of this magic at Paul Quinn, an HBCU. We'd had a partnership with SMU, we had a partnership with A&M Commerce, we had a partnership with UT Southwestern, but we did not have a partnership with an HBCU and the one in our backyard, Paul Quinn. So I want to thank Trustee Johnson's leadership, but also I want to thank Dr. Sorrell's, but also really I'm very excited for this community because it's going to be a high rigorous international baccalaureate program that's starting next year. We're actively recruiting students from our district or anywhere else to come in and be part of this journey. So a vision is a dream with a deadline, and you can't sit around and whine. You got to do something and make things better for your community. So with that being said, thank you for showing up, and I'll turn it back to Trustee Johnson.
Thank you, Dr. Hinojosa. Educational inequity leads to poverty. Poverty leads to violence. What you're witnessing today is the school board addressing the inequities in Southern Dallas. As Dr. Hinojosa announced, it will be an international baccalaureate school. Our kids that thought they could not go to college will be able to earn almost up to 40 hours of credit hours and transition right into Paul Quinn College or a college of their choice. So this is great economically. Also, the announcement that I would like to make is the naming of the school. We will name this school after Dr. Frederick D. Haynes. When you look at the work of Pastor Haynes and all that he is doing, not just in the city of Dallas, but the nation, he is deserving of this honor. As a young pastor in this city, I am honored and elated to be able to speak with our community and work with our constituents and have full agreement that Pastor Haynes' name be placed on the International Baccalaureate School at the HBCU. This has never been done in the city of Dallas. And so I'm excited that I was able to be a part of this great moment. At this time, I want to bring Pastor Haynes.
Let me express my appreciation to Trustee Johnson for this high honor. I also want to appreciatively acknowledge Dr. Hinojosa for his leadership. I want to thank the Dallas Independent School District for being so kind as to bestow this high honor upon me. It means much to me because of the fact that I am a graduate of now defunct but never dead Bishop College. Those of you who know the history of this campus know that up until 1988, Bishop College was on this campus. And from 1978 until 1982, I was privileged to walk the halls of academia here at Bishop College. And now I'm privileged to serve under the leadership of our dynamic president, Dr. Michael Sorrell, as a member of the trustee board. And of course, all of the nation is aware that Paul Quinn College has experienced not only a revival itself, but under the leadership of Dr. Sorrell, Paul Quinn College has ushered in a renaissance in HBCU education, as well as in the education of those who attend small colleges. And so for the Dallas Independent School District to unite in wedlock with this HBCU that is doing so much says a lot about the moral imagination of the district. It says so much about Trustee Johnson, who I love and respect, not only as an educator concerned about our students, but as a colleague in ministry. And so again, this for me is something that I cannot find words adequately to express my appreciation for. I acknowledge the presence of my beloved wife who is here, my daughter who is here, as well as my chief strategist and others from Friendship West. And I simply say all that I am and ever hope to be, I owe it all to the liberation that comes through Jesus Christ and the education that came through loving teachers. A brief story. When I was 14 years old, my father died my very first day of high school. I was going to high school, 10th grade, Lincoln in San Francisco, and my father died my first day of high school. Of course, I could have given up. I tried to give up. But it was a loving teacher, Homazel Davis, who told me I could be what I did not see that I could be myself. And because Miss Davis told me what I could be, she told me she saw in me something I did not see in myself. I came to Bishop College, and here I met Harry S. Wright, John D. Mangrum, and so many others who invested influence and inspiration and direction in me. And as a consequence, whatever I may have accomplished in life, it has everything to do with great teachers. Why? Because Nelson Mandela is right. Education is the great equalizer. Why? Because Frederick Douglass is right. Knowledge unfits one for enslavement. And so marrying those two quotes together, we discover that through education, we experience emancipation, our freedom, but also through education. Education is the great equalizer. May this school be just that, an equalizer. But we all know that an equalizer can only, and education can only be an equalizer when there is equitable investment in our education. And so I thank God that DISD has said, yes, we have partnered with SMU out north, but we're coming south to partner with an HBCU. And what better school to partner with than the imaginative, innovative Paul Quinn College right here on the campus of what used to be Bishop College. And so I receive this honor, humbled, blown away. I'm tripping. And so y'all forgive that last language because that's not worthy of education. But right now, I'm straight tripping, boo. So thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you, Dr. Hinojosa. Thank you, Trustee Johnson. Thank you, Paul Quinn College. And may this mark the beginning of a continued renaissance in education right here on the south side of town.
I am just also blown away. I am just blown away that you have given this to my husband who so deserves it and more. And will children see Frederick Douglass Haynes III and know that they can do whatever they can in life if they have the education and they have the will. And so he's an inspiration, and I'm always blown away by what God is doing in him and through him. So congratulations, Freddie. I love you very much, and keep on keeping on.
We're thankful for Pastor Haynes and elect Lady Haynes for their comments. At this time, I'm going to bring Dr. Hinojosa up for the media if you have any questions at this time.
Well, first of all, thank you for being here, for celebrating this great event, for a great leader in our community who has been here and worked his way through the leadership. So I'll be glad to entertain any questions on this topic. My staff did tell me that you may have some other topics you need to ask me about since I haven't seen you in a while, but I'll be glad to take any questions that anybody may have at this point. Yes.
What did it take to get this here?
Yeah, I think what it took to get this here is a lot of people letting their egos go because a lot of us were worried about ourselves. And that's the power in, if you believe in consensus, it's not my way or your way, but a better way. And we had a way, Paul Quinn had a way, and then smart people started working together and they said, wait, let's get a better way. And that's kind of what worked itself out. And I was surprised how quickly it happened. But I'm very proud because it was organic, and then there's a lot of support. So there's no way this school is going to fail with all the people that are supporting this. And so, but everybody had to settle down and take their egos out of it and do the right thing for students in Southern Dallas that have been underserved for many years. What's going to happen here is, in partnership with Paul Quinn College, Paul Quinn has had a great renaissance, and they focus on the liberal arts. Well, International Baccalaureate is very aligned with the liberal arts, and our students, and this will be open to anybody from our city and our county, will have that same training from sixth grade all the way up through high school, and they'll earn college credits. And then there'll be a gateway right in to Paul Quinn College if they choose to go there, or they may choose to go somewhere else. So this is going to build something that is aligned with the vision of both institutions, and it'll be something, it's going to take a while to build out. You know, the first kids won't graduate here for another 5 or 6 or 7 years. But I think we're building some capacity, and I envision people from other communities wanting to come and get part of this with the rigorous instruction that is right here in Southern Dallas. So that's kind of what the vision is, and the vision starts next year.
Let's go here real quick.
Yeah. Before Dr. Hinojosa comes, it would be remiss of me not to bring forth Dr. Maurice West, Dean of Men External Affairs. He's here on behalf of Dr. Sorrell, who deeply regret missing this event, but had other obligations. So at this time, we want to make sure that Dr. West have something to say on behalf of Paul Quinn College.
Good morning, everyone. Very briefly, thank you for being here. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the college, which Dr. Haynes, we are so thankful for you, Bishop Vashti Murphy McKenzie, Dr. Michael Sorrell, and the entire faculty, students, staff of the college. We're just excited to be in partnership. It is amazing when you can bring young people to the campus to experience some of the growth and some of the forward thinking that we hope we're providing. But most importantly, they will matriculate through the institution of the Haynes IB School, and then with all goals and ideas, we will matriculate them through Paul Quinn College to ideas of life, destiny, and careers that they could never imagine. So we're excited about this day, we're thankful for it, and we look forward to great things. Thank you, Dr. Hinojosa and the Board of Dallas Independent School District. And it's a proud moment for me in particular because I am a Dallas ISD product. So we're excited for the future. Thank you.
Doctor Hinojosa, ¿sí nos puede decir algo en español, por favor?
Sí, en este momento tenemos mucho orgullo y mucho gozo porque nos vamos a trabajar con la Universidad de Paul Quinn y vamos a tener una escuela aquí en el sur de Dallas donde nuestros alumnos pueden llegar al nivel más grande de éxito de academia. Y aquí vamos a trabajar muy juntos con los parientes que tenemos.
Háblanos un poquito de los beneficios que esto va a traer al área, especialmente para la comunidad hispana, que muchos de ellos no están yendo al colegio.
Muchos no saben que hay muchos latinos que viven en esta comunidad. Y para que los que viven aquí, va a haber una escuela muy cerquita donde ellos pueden entrar y salir con mucho éxito académico.
Económicamente, obviamente, eso les va a ayudar mucho, ¿no?
Yeah. Sí, también las económicas cosas aquí en esa comunidad van a subir junto con la educación, también la economía de la comunidad.
Ahorita están en el proceso de registrar a estudiantes. Mándale el mensaje a la comunidad y el beneficio de poder venir a un colegio como este.
Yeah. Sí, en este momento pueden aplicar a esta escuela y los invitamos que apliquen en este momento. Other questions, please.
Dr. Hinojosa, I know you talked about what it took to come to get here, and so I'm wondering if you have any remaining concerns with the school being on a college, and how will DISD sell the school to compete with other charters?
Yeah, I have no concerns about being on the college. That's one thing that we've done very well. In fact, we have with our early college program, we have schools that have gotten, we now are going to have 10% of our students get an associate's degree while they're still in high school, and many of those students are on a college campus every day. So we've learned that through Dallas College. We've learned that through some other opportunities. You know, charter schools are charter schools. You know, I believe in traditional public schools, and they're still going to go forward with their program, and that's fine. We'll compete with them, and we think we'll offer a great program. And I think if we have to coexist, we coexist. There's plenty of need here, so that's not a real issue. Yeah, the question is not related to this, but there's this tomorrow night. Our school board, we're going to ask them to vote on a calendar that is non-traditional. Let me tell you why we're doing this. I went to a high school that will be nameless about 2 weeks ago. They have 1,200 students enrolled. Only 120 are showing up on Monday and Tuesday, and only 120 on Wednesday, on the last 2 days of the week. So we only have a small portion of the students that are actually coming in person. So I'm really worried about the learning loss. Now, we're not going to force any community that doesn't want to do it to do it. But there are students that are way behind that we got to get caught up. This is going to be an expensive plan. This is going to cost us $100 million over 2 years. But if we don't do it now, they won't be ready for Paul Quinn. They won't be ready for anything. So, and we're not making people do it. We're asking them, and we're pleading them, and we're going to give them a great product so they can overcome this significant learning loss that we don't even know what we don't know yet until we really get an opportunity to test our students and see how far they've fallen behind. But we know we got to do something now. Otherwise, we'll be regretting it later. Well, that's why with our bond program, we had a year plan. I knew this was going to be controversial, so I charged my team to start talking to everybody. Start talking to the parents, the chambers, the principals. And we've been working on this for 6-7 months. But if we're going to start next year, we got to make a decision now. So we're going to get buy-in from the ones who want to do it. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to sign up for it. But if you want to do it, then we'll have a place for you. And if you live in a community that doesn't want to do it, we'll take you at one of these schools.
How far are we in getting every school in every district of Texas connected to the internet?
We've made tremendous progress. I want to thank our friends in D.C. who have now passed a stimulus package that allows families to get their subscription paid for. And so families that need telehealth, that need education, that need all these things, now there's a vehicle to pay for their services. We're going to provide the infrastructure along with our telecom partners, but now the last missing piece was how we do that. There's actually federal funding for that. Our local initiative is going very well, and so basically all of our kids are signed up. But how do they pay for that for the next 2 years? And that question is coming with help from the stimulus. I think time for one more question, and then I'll turn it over to Trustee Johnson. Anybody else have a final question? Thank you.
We want to thank Dr. Hinojosa. Again, thank our community, thank our leaders, thank Pastor Haynes and Lady Haynes. This is really a true honor for me to do this. And again, when I was elected, we promised equitable resources. So what you're seeing right now is what we promised as an elected official. This is not about politics. This is about meeting the need in our community. And so that's what we're doing. We're meeting the need in this community, the community that I was raised in. My dad and my grandparents grew up right on Mahalia Drive. This was meeting the need in our community. And that's just 1 minute up the street. So I'm grateful, I'm excited, and I thank you for coming out. If there's any other questions you can ask myself or Pastor Haynes, we'll be more than happy to answer any questions.
Will
It's going to be in the library. It's going to be fully renovated. The cost is roughly around $3 million. And so we're going to be voting on that, and that will be discussed this week at the board meeting on Thursday night. And it's going to be extraordinary. It's going to be really, the kids are really going to enjoy what they're getting ready to receive. We're going to start stepping. It's going to be 6th and 7th grade, 75 students in 6, 75 students in the 7. And we're going to start stepping all the way from 6 to 12.
And we're talking fall of 21?
Yes, absolutely.
I also have, just as we're wrapping, I do have a one-pager that I'm going to hand out to everybody, but I want to make sure that y'all have something.
If you have any questions, any more questions for Pastor Haynes? If not, thank you for coming. God bless you.